208 East Chambers Street, Cleburne, Texas. Lots.
Then you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
Serving Johnson County, Texas. Joco Community Radio.
Hello, hello. Well, welcome to our Wednesday edition of the Business Connection. Why am I not? I am Nona Reed. Tiffany Carlin Hurd is just stepped out for a second. She'll be back in. But today we have the beautiful ladies of our Cleburne Chamber of Commerce. Hello, beautiful ladies. How are y'all?
Good.
Why aren't y'all all wearing your little red jackets? I always get used to y'all wearing your red jackets.
You will always catch me in a red t-shirt or the wrong color.
Oh, okay. On the right or the wrong color.
Yeah. I had my jacket on. It's leading up to a holiday, so I have my theme.
Yes, and I like it.
Can you guess which holiday?
It's Easter. I know it's Easter. I'm
no,
sure.
I think it's Christmas.
Oh, getting close.
You're right.
We are.
It's halfway to Christmas. July 4th. It's beautiful. I love it. Hey, let me get us off. So for those who are watching us streaming on Facebook and stuff, they can see the cute outfit.
They have no idea why we said Easter just now.
That's
right. People are confused.
There we go. There you go. Now you can see.
I had to take my headgear. I had my flags on top of my head. I took them off for the headphones. So
I can put them on top of the headphones.
I could. I'm so sorry.
How about we go around, ladies, and y'all introduce yourselves.
I would have stood up. That's what I said. I could have.
Oh, I'm good at standing up too.
I'm not.
And
so I'm not
and I kind of
volunteering that.
I wore my really tall high heels today. I would have looked taller than everyone for a change.
I did that at the Miss Texas, and I was like towering over all the women.
Oh my goodness!
I don't think
they were coming up to my breast. Oh, I turned it on 5, right, or 6?
She actually said when 7. You were gone that she was going to turn your mic off on purpose.
Yeah.
They're down.
Hey.
Oh, that's
So
it.
Now
are
you can
you
hear me.
You think it's 7? Should I close 6 out now?
No, I don't know. Just push them
Just-
both up a little bit.
Got it.
This is what happens when you get a lot of women in one room at one time, and it gets really hot too. By the way,
I turned it down again.
I thought it was
That's
just
hot
hot
women.
flashes.
No.
So thank you.
no, it just gets
Woo, I
really
feel so much
hot.
better now.
It gets really hot. All right, yeah, let's go around the table and introduce everybody who's joining us. Start with seat number 5.
All right.
Miss
I'm Leslie.
Leslie.
I'm Leslie Harper. I'm the director of rehab at Heritage Trails Nursing and Rehab Center in Cleburne. Are you ready for this one?
Yes, Neely.
I am Neely Sanchez, and I am the director of marketing for Emergency Trailer Downtown Services LLC, Loaf and Dog and Burger Bar 1949.
Awesome.
I get in trouble every time for not having it right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I know. Usually you're here at Lyric. We miss Lyric at the table. Just saying. So anyway, go ahead.
She kind of pops in every so often.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Am I on?
You're
Yes, you
on.
are.
Okay, I'm Terry Wood, and I'm a sales director with Mary Kay.
And we already know who I am. I'm Tiffany Carlin, one of your hosts, owner of Joko Community Radio, owner of Tiffy Sleeves, singer and songwriter. There's a couple other things, but we don't need to talk about it.
I have to follow all that.
Yeah,
Oh.
come on.
Well, my name is Michelle, and I'm just I'm a sales rep for Spectrum Business.
Okay,
So-
there's no just in front
Yeah.
of that, by
well,
the
everybody
way.
else has all these like exotic things going on, and I'm like,
Are they
well,
exotic or is it just
They
that
are.
there's a lot? And is there a benefit to
a little bit of
juggling?
both.
I
And
think
Michelle, you're
hamburgers and
never
hot
just a
dogs
just.
I'm a jack of
are,
all trades.
Not exotic.
Yeah.
Very
Who-
domestic, even.
I dress for holidays. There you go.
You do
There
dress
you
for
go.
holidays
Yes,
and
you
we like
do.
it.
She's fun.
I do.
So we do like
Yes.
it. I'm sorry for my delay, but I had to make my breakfast protein shake or I would be turning into lunch and completely miss it. So anyway, all right. So we invited you all here today because we want to talk about the one thing you guys all have in common is that you are ambassadors for the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce. So how long have you been an ambassador for the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce? And you could start anywhere you want to.
Over a year for myself.
Am I the newest?
No.
No.
I'm only
Terry's
8
the
months.
newest.
You're the newest.
I joined in October last year.
I was November last year. So.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
at the same
I
about the same
joined
time.
after Travado Street got their Community Improvement Award. Anyone privy to when that happened? Because
It's about
I
a year.
I-
Well,
a little over a year ago.
How on earth do you recall that it was directly after a specific
you-
event?
Well,
Awesome
it may have been a
events.
reason.
I know why.
Definitely.
It's because I showed up to support my friends at Travado Street. I didn't know anything about the chamber, and I saw a bunch of people wearing red, and I was like, "Is it a cult? It's not."
it is.
So I walked up to like
But
the
it is.
first
But it
person I
is.
saw. It was Scotty. I walked up to Scotty
Mhm.
Sisk and I said, "What are y'all doing here?" And he was like, "Oh, we're ambassadors with the chamber. We come out to all these events." And he was like, "You want to do that?" And I said, "Yes, I would
Heck
love
yeah.
to do that." So he emailed me the application like the very same day.
Well, so technically I would be the newest, although I haven't officially joined. I would like to
Ah.
become an ambassador. We've talked about it at multiple events. And so I would like to become an ambassador for Clean because I talk about it enough anyway. Why not get the red jacket? I want to be
Right.
part of a club.
I would love to. I would love to
Yeah.
vote
Sounds
you
like we
in.
would
We
all-
vote
we would
in.
Can we all
the
stand
You vote
ambassadors.
in?
Yeah, we vote in the
Yes.
ambassadors. Like you'll turn in your application at the next meeting.
Right.
We'll,
But
we'll
how
vote
much
you in.
torture is this? We don't have a July ambassador meeting, so you have to wait till
Oh,
August.
yeah.
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think there's enough going on in July that I can wait until August.
Just want
Just
to keep you
saying.
hanging there a little bit.
Yeah,
longer.
because-
it's more dramatic and
I already forgot about one event that I was supposed to do last week out at the Cleveland Railroader. So I feel very, very bad, but I will make it up to her. I will make it up to her.
it
So
was hot last week. So
Right.
there
they
you go.
had the women's they
Yes,
had their
it was
first women's
Thursday.
event, and I was supposed to be there, be a vendor, and I had multiple things going on, and I forgot, and so I have to call and humble myself today
Grovel.
to her. Yeah, not grovel, just humble myself
Oh.
because I just there was so much going on, and it was the next day, and I remember I kept saying I thought I had something going on
Yes.
Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Well, it wasn't. It was Thursday.
Uh-huh.
So when we were leaving on Friday
and I
for
I
Miss
missed that
Texas,
memo.
yeah, for
or
Miss-
I reminded you.
when we were leaving on Friday for Miss Texas, I couldn't get it out of my brain, and then I realized it was,
Yeah, well, you thought it was on. You said
Yeah.
there's something on Friday,
but it wasn't.
and
it was
it
Thursday.
was Thursday.
Miss Texas was fun. That
Anyway.
was
Yes, it was.
that was my
It
first
was.
pageant
Yes.
to go to, and that was really
was-
interesting.
So we
I saw pictures.
so we
and-
ran into Leslie
Yeah.
by accident,
Yeah.
or not by accident because I don't think anything's an
Right.
accident,
Right.
but on purpose And we got this conversation.
All of a sudden, we're like,
I was like, wait,
she's
your,
like,
your
"Y'all look
daughter's a lone,
familiar.
she's a
Wait
Lone
a-"
Star princess, and it was her first.
No, she was the
she was in
fiddle.
the band.
The
She
zebra
played
She was the
strings.
fiddle.
That's right.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Zebra strings.
Well, that's what they call them. And yeah, they played the violin.
And it did not dawn
Oh,
on
fiddle.
me
I
because
said
I kept
the
saying
fiddle.
Grandview, and then I was
Same
like, wait a
thing.
minute, are you guys from? You're from Grandview, right? Johnson County, Grandview, and then.
Yes.
We turned around. She goes, "I know you." I'm like, "I know you too." And then so it just went for there. So it was so good to run into you as
Yes,
well,
definitely.
and kind of brought me back to that place to where Terry, you and I have talked about having the ambassadors on the Business Connection show, and we've kind of been on a hiatus for several months. And I thought, what a better way to come back than to have a group of women at the table who all support and all you support new chamber members, new businesses opening. Not every new chamber member is a brand new business, by the way.
Right.
You have a lot of businesses who actually finally get introduced to what a chamber does when a chamber is doing what it's supposed to do. And I champion the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce because they really go above and beyond. So
yes.
I mean, like talk about like when you guys became ambassadors, what was it about that intrigued you besides wanting the red jacket and to be part of the club? What was it that intrigued you? I'm not a red. I'm a maroon red.
Yeah, I don't even like the color red. But I'd been an ambassador for the Fort Worth Chamber and a couple of other chambers. And when I got the territory for Cleburne about a year and a half ago, I too ran into this group of people that I was like, this is a cult. I've heard of the red hat ladies, but I don't know about these red jacket people, right? And
well, the red jackets too are they still a part of Mary Kay?
Yeah, they
okay,
are.
it's a whole other
It's a
story, but I'll
power
tell you about
couple.
that one.
That's right.
Yeah, the
That's
red
right.
jackets. Yep.
That's right. And so I started asking questions, and they actually let me in. Now they can't get rid of me. But as far as being supportive of a community and businesses young and old is what I like to say.
Yes, I like that.
They were definitely over the top compared to other chambers.
Definitely.
And since I am on a one-woman mission to go to every single business in Cleburne, I was like, well, this is perfect. I can spread the word of this wonderful chamber and get to meet wonderful people. And I've gained like 10 pounds because I've been eating so much food. You'd think with all the walking, but no, not at all. But I just loved it. And they voted me ambassador of the year, which I thought was really weird because I was just doing
we were
my
all
thing.
there to
Yes.
we were all there to see that. So glad
Yeah.
to witness that.
I cried.
And I'm
Yeah.
still, so did I. I'm still on a mission to go to every business, but once I start making my way on this side of town, then all of a sudden I'm like, well, wait a minute, I missed something on this side of town, and then I missed something and so I'm constantly going all over the place, and it's fun. That's
awesome.
how I do.
Do you
Do you have
find
a
like
map? You
Yeah.
crossed things off. I went there.
I was,
Sorry.
but then I'm like, you know what? No, I fly by the seat of
Yeah,
my pants
okay.
and just see where my car takes me and just end up at a business. And especially one where I'm like, wait a second, this wasn't here a little bit ago, or they got a new sign, or they did something different, and then being able to, as you're an ambassador, when you get to go to ribbon cuttings when people join, or community improvement awards, or you just want to go and say hello to other chamber members.
Yeah.
So when I join it, and let's say you all vote me in as an ambassador, can we do my ribbon cutting in conjunction because we've rescheduled ours like 3 times, and they want to kill me at the office?
Yeah, I think so do.
Just one thing after another has come up, and I've had to reschedule. So
It happens a lot. Don't worry.
Can we
yeah,
put
don't worry
those
about
the
it.
only one.
Can we put those together?
It's a weekly occurrence for us.
Yeah.
I hate that for you though, so I apologize, but I was one of those people that rescheduled. So you brought up a good point, and it's a question that you guys can answer too, as each of you answers the same question. What it is that you're loving so much about it and what you're seeing, but are you seeing that many new businesses pop up in Cleburne as it's growing?
Yes.
Definitely.
And are they new types? Are you finding them to be new types of businesses, meaning something that we've never seen before in Cleburne, or
It's a mix.
people expanding upon something, or another chain of another, of a long time
I
business?
think it's all over the place because now there's people that just have Facebook, or just they don't even actually have a storefront. So we have members like that that have to advertise, and that's one way to get out. And then mostly social media, and then of course there's some storefronts that are opening, but it's been a lot of Facebook type things and social media.
That was something
online.
When I was on the board for the Burleson Chamber of Commerce, that was something I was pushing for. I was pushing for a level of membership for home-based businesses.
Yes.
Because there are so many businesses out there like that are home-based. I mean, let's talk about a lot of Mary Kay reps
Right,
being one of them, that don't have a storefront,
Right.
but they want to network their business.
Yes.
And that's a big part of what a Chamber of Commerce is for, is to, one, give affordable ways to advertise, would you say?
Yes, absolutely.
But having those network opportunities to get out there and network with people, and Mary Kay it's a unique type of business. I've been a rep, as you know, and 24 years ago, 24 years ago, something like that. So, I love that the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce is has really focused on that, to bring that group in. How do you see the change, like the positivity in that? Are you getting a lot of attendance now from those home-based businesses to the events?
Well, it's not just those type of home-based businesses either. Yes, we have, your Mary Kay and Sensi and things like that. But there are a lot of people who are based out of their home because it's just a little bit more affordable, or perhaps easier for the type of work that they do. We have IT and computer repair people. We have a guy who works with handguns, right? Everything from your engraving to cleaning to all of, rebuilding, plumbers, electricians, because it's easier for them, maybe because they have enough property for, the plumber has a storage, place where the guys can come pick up the supplies that they need, whatever, and they're not paying, the overhead for the rent space. And then we have things like your national chains that are coming in, which seem to bum people out when I talk to them, but at the same time, they're being, patronized. I mean, people are going there. And then we have your cute retail shops, restaurants, everything that are your quote unquote mom and pop places. So there is a nice little mix, but it's nice to see that a lot of the quote unquote home-based businesses aren't what people used to think about those that work from home. So in this day, with the price of rent, or just space in general.
Well, that's a really good point, though. I mean, a lot of your plumbers and electricians don't have storefronts.
Correct.
It's not a storefront type of business.
Correct.
So it is a great way for them to get out and mingle, network, let people see the face behind the business.
Yes.
Right? Because 9 times out of 10, you're not getting the owner of the business who's coming, or maybe their marketing and salesperson, which lots of times can be a spouse, or who is working from home or from some shop. And so they're only getting to meet the guys that are coming out and doing the actual work. So it's a really, really good point that people don't think about. Who are those people who can truly benefit from being a part of a chamber of commerce? And it's a club in itself. I mean, don't you think?
Well, definitely.
Well, I like what you said about like who can benefit from a chamber of commerce. And like you said, and you said about the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce, about going over the top and being this great chamber. We have this running joke, like every time we give someone a plaque, we say, "Welcome to the best chamber in the world." That's just what we say. It's like, I don't remember who Angelia started that. And we say it every time, but and many of my friends that are small business owners and other surrounding areas have said, like, I'm so jealous. Like, I see all these fun pictures of you, like going to after hours and doing this with your chamber. And like, to that kind of thing, I think everyone can benefit from their own chamber of commerce in their own community. And I think if you don't like what's happening in your community, or you're not happy in your community, maybe there's not enough of you in your community. Literally, our chamber is the sum of its parts. It's like I met my best friend Michelle there, and like Terry and I are like, we'll tag each other on Facebook every other day. It's literally about the people who are keeping it going.
My daughter works for y'all now out of one of your restaurants. And so it really does become this family, right? And if you say it often enough, you begin to believe it. We are the best chamber in the world. And we say it over and over again, and we start to believe it. But
weekly.
It's true, because it didn't used to be that way. With me going to a lot of the older businesses, and I try to talk about the chamber, and well, I do talk about the chamber, actually. I find a way to work it into every conversation. Like, oh, funny you should mention that. The chamber. So anyway, there are a lot of people who, I don't know if you've noticed, but in Johnson County, people have a tendency to get stuck in their ways or dwell on things that happened a long time ago.
What?
I know. See, I know things.
I do not
because
believe
I get
that.
around. I know things.
They don't know how to forget about the past.
No. So they're like, well, this chamber, does this, or, so-and-so is over there. And I'm like, listen, I don't know what happened back in the day that you're talking about, but in the 2 years that I've been there, I don't know who you're talking about. They're not there anymore. We don't do this way anymore. We have this, and I pull out whatever brochure or poster or whatever. I'm like a drug dealer, but it's the Cleburne Chamber, right? So I'm like, ooh, check this out. I got this for you. Oh, you don't want something this small? You want a bigger poster? Here you go. Or you want something smaller? Here you go. Check a magazine, right? Like, look at all this. And they're like, what is this? And I said, yes, change has happened over these years, and everything has gotten so much better. And look, you too can be a part of this. And wow, I do recruit for a cult. It is very culty, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it does good, though.
It does.
It does. It does really good.
It doesn't feel like a cult. You like walk them in and introduce them to Miss Jackie at the front desk, and everyone's having a good time.
Yes,
So,
yes. But no, I mean, we go out to businesses, and you can host after hours, and you can advertise.
I was about to say the after
Oh, my
hours
goodness.
is what really I think benefits
gets the people jealous
Yes.
too.
Yeah, it does.
They have some amazing events, and it's such good marketing. I think that's what helps draw people in. Even as an ambassador, you can represent the chamber, but then also you get to present your business and what happens and what you do, and it's just a great networking.
I think it gives you a
everyone.
lot of credibility to be an
Yes.
ambassador of the chamber.
I think
But
so.
I want to just comment, like we're talking about people really getting involved. And I think before, a lot of people think you just join the chamber and then all this business just going to start coming your way.
They do everything for you.
Yeah. And I think what we've been talking about is you show up, you involve yourself, and it does work. Like this is such a great opportunity for your business, but you definitely have to put your face into it, put your heart into it, and be
Right.
involved for it to really work.
You have to show up.
Yes.
I think this is the part too that people forget. When you join a chamber of commerce, it's an investment. You are investing in your business.
Right.
So if you were to go and spend, $250 a year, I think is what our, small business membership is for Cleburne. Did I remember that correctly? Because I just renewed. I think I'm right. And so when you invest $250, do you just take $250 and, throw it on the gambling table and walk away? Or do you get invested in what you just threw on the table and try and turn that $250 into something? And it begins with relationship building. You have to show up. This is about relationships. People do not do business with business cards, for example. I absolutely despise them. People do business with people. And so you have to show up. You have to force yourself out of the corner and talk to people. I think that's the great thing about going to the Chamber of Commerce after hours, is that you do have to step forward and say who you are, whether you're two people from the same business. I always force the other person who's with me to also say who they are, because and it is a forcing. Sometimes people really do have to be forced into that, because it can be very uncomfortable for people.
Sure.
And so I think that's a great thing about having ambassadors there, that even if, it was a first time face that shows up to an after hours, that if an ambassador came over and became their buddy for the evening, that that might make them more comfortable too, to say who they are and what they do and be proud of it. Right. I mean, I think people get into that situation where they're afraid to be so proud. I have a teenager calling me over and over and over again right now, who I just keep swiping away.
Well, I think when you have people like Michelle and the rest of us that are fairly social people, it's hard not to come and have a good time because it's for that reason, ambassadors, we are there to help make everybody feel comfortable and to continue to show back up.
Well, and especially for like the lunches and the dinners and the banquets that we do, literally the first thing that Scotty's in charge. Let's be real. Scotty's in charge. The first thing that Scotty will, hand us is like a list, and we welcome everyone and we will walk people straight to their tables. Like nobody's walking around lost at a Cleburne Chamber event. That's not happening.
No, and they're big.
Yes.
Yes.
They're big. How many members is the Chamber of Commerce right now? Do you know? Cleburne Chamber of Commerce?
That is some great trivia there.
Okay. Well, when we go to commercial break here in 3 minutes,
someone's going to find out for us, right?
Somebody can text Jackie and go, "Hey, how many members strong are we right now?"
I was going to text Melinda. Is that?
Yeah, whatever, whichever one, whoever can answer it. So I want to go back to something you said, Michelle, and this is about people getting stuck in the past of what a Chamber of Commerce was. Now, there are some chambers of commerce that are stuck in the past. They haven't grown with the times. We can probably all agree on that. I've been to some different chamber events in other areas that are doing the same repetitive behavior every time, which then leads a member to go, "You're not doing anything different. This is the same thing." And so some of that is letting a chamber grow up. One of the things that I like that Cleburne has is the women's leadership, luncheons.
Yes, that was started by Melissa Bennett, who is my
She's
champion
awesome.
for hashtag Better Together in Cleburne.
We've been using we've been stealing that, borrowing it.
Sorry, I borrow it daily.
You know what?
I tell her.
But here's why: because when we look at Johnson County as a whole, and that's the way I look at it, and that was one of the things I love that she talked about, and when she said that at the annual awards dinner, talking about the Better Together, or whoever introduced her and talked about it, I can't remember who said it exactly. That's what JoCo Community Radio is about. It's about bringing all of this county together, that a very good portion of Cleburne Chamber of Commerce members are not Cleburne businesses. You have business members from all over Johnson County and beyond. I can't remember who I was talking to about it. It might have been Jackie. It may have been Melinda. I'm really not sure, but you have members of your Chamber of Commerce from Fort Worth. You have members that are from Dallas even, and from other parts of Tarrant County. So we're not limited, right? I mean, your territory for Spectrum is Cleburne. So, I mean, you're sort of limited, but I'm a Spectrum customer.
Thank you.
So couldn't hear. We're a business customer. And so, there's just that part of it where Tara's watching.
She texted me back. I said, "Hey, how many members are in the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce? I'm on the radio." She texted back so fast. 706.
So she's watching, and she actually answered on Facebook. I just looked at my computer and was like, "Oh, 706 members strong. Awesome. Congratulations." Oh, and then you answered. I see that.
I just was like, I'll pop it in there real quick.
I'm tangling myself up here. So the leadership lunch, the women's leadership luncheons, which, I mean, right now they're annual. It's an annual, but is it?
Yes. There's an annual women in leadership lunch, and then there's like a monthly either breakfast or happy hour.
And they're always on Tuesdays.
Yeah, when Michelle's not here. That is a bummer.
So we can't make the breakfast,
right? Because
we're on air. But if you do the happy hours, then we can make the happy hours.
Yes.
So, but we can't make the breakfast.
There was just a ladies' happy hour this past Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Hey, that's our signal for commercial break.
All right.
We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us here, guys, on Business Connections.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Out of deck carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleburne, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleburne, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they've got you covered. When you're hungry for tender brisket or some delicious homemade cobbler, then look no further than Leach Brothers Barbecue, located at 1106 East Henderson in Cleburne, Texas. Leach Brothers has been family-owned and operated since 1950. Take it from me, Taco Joe Orwinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Welcome back to the second half of Business Connections here on Joco Community Radio. We are proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and are live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network. To listen or watch, simply go to tuneinjoco.com to choose where and how. The Joco Community Radio app is now available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store. You can take us on the go anywhere you want. When we don't have a live talk show going on, we are spinning local Texas artists. Check out our lineup and more on jococommunityradio.com. This episode and more brought to you by Patriot Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your local Texas sales rep, Nona Reed, at 844-TEX-HAIL. That's 844-839-4245. Get her in your corner before the next storm hits, because 99% of the time, insurance companies do not want to pay the full amount of your claim. You've got to have somebody ready to fight in your corner for you. Right, Nona?
That's right.
She's tough. So anyway, welcome back. I'm Tiffany Carlin, Nona Reed, and we have the lovely ambassador, some of the ambassadors from the Chamber of the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce. I almost said a different town, so I had to catch myself.
Watch your tongue.
I did. I caught it. The Cleburne Chamber of Commerce, who do absolutely amazing things. And one of the things I want to ask you guys about, how do you have such great opportunity to collaborate with each other. Do you find that as ambassadors, just in the ambassador role, that you collaborate more with each other as far as building your own businesses or your own positions within your businesses?
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Michelle's making that face, but we literally do ride-alongs together now.
Yeah, we do, but a lot of times it's, I really hope my boss isn't listening to this. Do I even bring up
How you doing, Evan?
what I do a lot? I really don't. I really don't. There's so many times I start socializing with people, and I think
it's a matter.
I think you do.
Yeah, I do.
It comes into the conversation.
And I think it's a matter of whenever you we do the introductions, and that's what you have to do. You have to introduce yourself, and then what you do from there. If there's someone in their mind that's going, oh, I need to speak with her,
Right.
then it happens. It's maybe not every time, because like for me, in a skilled nursing facility, okay, who really needs that until you need it? And then in your mind, they say, who's the lady that I know from the chamber? And then they can find us, and then they know, and they feel like they know you. And it's not just you're walking in the dark. We have that personalization of, I know you, I trust you.
Yes.
And it's only a kind of when it's needed. not everybody's going to come up and ask you about your business each time. It's just going to be in your head. And that's what the chamber is about. You can then go and see, okay, who's a part of the chamber, and like, who's that plumbing company, who's that electrician, who's that whatever. And you go to them because you kind of feel like family. Like you said, you already know them and kind of have that. Like for me, you know, we'll take care of you. Come on in, and I know you personally, so to say.
It's a great referral source.
Yes.
And I think that's the part that people forget about being a part of a chamber of commerce, is that it's a great referral part. When you're in a sales position, or you're in a position of growing your business in any way, the saying is, not everybody's your customer. And it's one of the most important things that you can remember.
Right.
But it may also be that not everybody's your customer right now.
Right.
And that's exactly what you're saying. It's those things. It's the thought process of, nobody has an attorney until you need an attorney.
Yes.
But truly, everybody does need an attorney, because you really need to have your will and the things set up and set forth for your future.
Right.
So, but those are things you don't think about until later. What is my long-term plan of where I'm going to go? What's my, if I get hurt, where am I going to go rehab?
Right.
Where do I like to eat? What am I going to use for internet? And somebody might come to you as a new Spectrum customer simply because you did come talk to them and you never mentioned what you did. They knew what you did,
right?
But it wasn't part of your sales pitch. It was about building a relationship and a connection with that person, which is, I mean, when you look at Mary Kay, talk about Mary Kay. I mean, it's not what people think, right? Like, people's first impression.
You don't have a pink Cadillac, or is it in the parking lot?
No, but you had a red car. You had a red car for a long time.
Well, I've had actually 9 cars.
Yes.
And I have an
go,
Equinox now. Well, thanks. It's a blessing, because you drive around in a brand new car and no car payment, 85% of your insurance taken care of. So yeah, it's a big.
Say that loud for everybody to hear again.
Say it loud for the
it
people
is
in
a
the back.
free car, plus they're paying 85% of your car insurance.
Yeah.
When you get to that level, it requires work. I mean, you've been a part of Mary Kay for how many years?
Thank you.
Well, it'll be my 20th anniversary this September.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Congratulations.
we're
Thanks.
celebrating big. Everybody just take notes. September.
September.
Yes.
It's the longest I've ever stuck with anything.
But talk about that, though, because the first impression that people have of Mary Kay is, oh, it's another MLM, but it's actually not an MLM. It's not a multi-level marketing company.
Wow.
You don't have to build a team to make money.
Right.
You're selling a product.
That's what really drew me into it, because I had been a part, and there's a lot of great companies out there. I mean, I won't bash any company because there's a lot of great ones, but what drew me to Mary Kay was because you do build a customer base. You do build I still have people buying from me for the last 20 years. I mean, a handful, but that shows the loyalty to the product and loyalty to a consultant. And I love it. I can drop off products on their back porch, in the chair next to the, whatever. And, you just build that kind of relationship. You get to know their dogs and their children or their grandchildren. And I love that. So it really is.
I think Mary Kay, because I'm a rep as well, but I do not try to sell. I'm just one because I love the product, and I have a couple of people that buy from me, and that's it. I don't actually advertise or try to build my business. It's just a personal choice to use the product, and
Because it's a great product.
it is. It really is. Yeah.
That's
My
how.
favorite's mess.
I mean, that's how
mascara remover.
I've been with Isogenics. I've been with Isogenics for 12 years now, and I don't present it in that way to build any part of the business at all. I love the products. That's why I just drank my shake, and I love the collagen elixir, and I tell people about it. And if they want to get connected to do it, great. If not, it's not mine.
Right.
I'm sure Mary Pike would really like me to work a little harder at it, but but we don't have to do it for that purpose. I mean, you can do something just because you enjoy it, and help pay for your own products.
That's what exactly. Who doesn't like a discount?
And
Exactly.
and in being able to introduce other women to a great company that does great things. It was some of the best sales training I ever received in my entire life, because I was, and Terry and I've talked about this before, I was not this person, 26, 27 years
Which I
ago.
didn't know you did.
Even though I was, waiting tables and you were learning that initial customer service and selling yourself and that type of thing. But it was really different to have to get out there and introduce a product to someone, to a complete stranger, and you've never done it before. And Mary Kay gave me some of the best training
Because
opportunities.
it's others focus is what I believe makes it so
Well, the
good.
warm chatter, like the whole warm chatter thing still sticks in my brain because I still talk about it and I teach other people how to use that strategy.
Yeah.
So, Neely, how did you get into doing what you're doing for all these restaurants? Come on, girl.
Okay, so my boss is my dad. Casey Waits is my stepdad. He's been my stepdad since I was 12. Wow, that feels crazy. And I went off to college and I got my degree in journalism. And I woke up one day after eating, ramen noodles for dinner. And I was like, man, my apartment smells like mildew. I don't think I want to be broke forever. So I went to the dark side of PR and marketing. It wasn't a hard decision for me. And my stepdad has always been a very community oriented person, and his vision was literally just to bring people to downtown Cleburne because he'd been in Cleburne his whole life. And once I had the skills to be kind of his right hand man and continue drawing people into our community, it was just kind of this perfect match where he could hire me, and I work full time. That's what I do. I know people are kind of confused about my job. They just see me running around all the time.
How does Neely get paid?
Yeah, they're like, is she just what is she doing in her free time? I have no free time. I just literally go around and talk to people about Cleburne and downtown and how great it is. And being involved with food, my main things as far as like the Cleburne community is Loaf and Dog and Burger Bar. Loaf and Dog is an original restaurant concept by my stepdad. It's a hot dog restaurant serving genuine Vienna beef since October 2017. Our 5-year anniversary is this October. And then he came to own, bought Burger Bar 1949, which has been a burger joint since 1949. So I have these two things to talk about, like having this really insane piece of history in our family. Like our building is a historic landmark. It's actually registered. You can find it in the registry.
The burger one?
Yes.
Yes.
Because the building is actually much older than the
uncle
burger joint.
Loved Burger Bar.
Yes,
Loved it.
is like my grandpa.
And it is good.
My grandpa used to go there, and now it's
I
like my
haven't eaten
grandpa
there.
passed away.
Oh my God.
and
I think
he
we've
used to go
talked
there.
about us going there. Like, I'm like, I've got to take you there.
Yeah.
I can't ever think about it when I'm down there. And I was in Cleburne yesterday and I'm going, where
Yeah.
should we talked about going to eat lunch? And they're like, well, where do you want to go? And I'm like, I don't know. I know there's some places I haven't eaten yet. And not one place could come. I could not pick one place out of my brain at the moment because I knew there was too many that I hadn't eaten at.
Yeah.
Like I just ate at where did we eat? The cafe, the
what
one with
is
the
that?
train.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's been there
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
We just ate there.
The Chafin.
Yeah.
The Chafin, that's it.
Mhm.
We just ate there, I don't know,
About a month ago?
4 weeks ago. Yeah, something
Mhm.
like that. And so, yeah, so there's, I've eaten at Loaf and Dog.
Your dad probably knows my uncle. So, but yeah, he loved that place.
Listen, my dad.
I mean, it
knows
was even
everyone.
in the whole sermon at the funeral about Burger Bar.
Oh my god! Well, and that's really food connects people, and so
Yes.
my job is super easy. Like
Mhm.
people aren't going to stop being hungry. People might stop eating out as much, whatever. But every single person once a week is like, I ain't doing that. You can't convince me otherwise. I don't care who you are. And so many people have an experience like your uncle,
Mhm.
where like Burger Bar is such a part of their family, which is like
Yes.
so crazy for me to experience
Mhm.
because there are these people that have been around longer or known Burger Bar longer than I have, and that is a big part of it. But even further than that, just as far as being a food lover, it's like I, even as part of my marketing, I have created this event called Taste of Downtown Cleburne, and it's an annual event. It's happening September 24th this year, and you buy a ticket and you get a passport and you go to participating restaurants and get a free taste of each restaurant and get your passport stamped.
Oh, cool.
And if you get your whole passport stamped, you turn it back in, you're entered to win gift cards from these actual restaurants. So the profits from the ticket sales turn right back around and we buy as many gift cards as we can from these participating restaurants just to like get these people back in these restaurants and back downtown and back walking around, which has been such a big part of my job since COVID.
It's a great idea.
Because people quit doing that. And I think that people didn't realize they missed it because it got kind of fun to be in sweatpants all the time, you know? But even Target, the corporation, has come out and said people aren't buying sweatpants anymore. People are going outside now. So they are selling off all their stock if you want a good deal. And they're getting people back out in the world, even these large corporations. So it's really just about that, getting people talking to each other again, face to face and out and about.
Target has some other weird clothing on sale.
Oh,
right now.
don't even get me started.
Okay, just saying. Somebody posted a picture the other day, and
The Pioneer
prairie
dresses?
dresses.
it's
I love that we
the-
have-
from.
Can you have us back for that discussion alone? 'Cause
look, we
I
got-
got some thoughts on that.
I have thoughts on it too. And so when my friend posted, I was like, "Have you seen Old Navy lately?" Because
Will y'all be
they
mad?
both changed, and I don't know what they're.
If I wear the Pioneer dresses, will y'all be mad? I kind of like them.
No, okay. There, I
Yeah.
could see you in the
There's a
queue.
couple.
I like the ones that
Okay,
look like quilts.
There is a couple that I have seen.
I
but
don't think I've
no.
seen that one.
They're really bad, and I want to put
No,
them
I gotta
on
see.
my
wanna
body.
wear
I'll
the quilt
I
one?
will tag you in this one photo. And I just looked and I went, what happened to fashion?
I
Women
probably
works-
posted it.
Wait,
I mean,
We're throwing it
seriously.
back.
Right? No, that's way back. Like we're
It
talking
is
like,
past Little House on the Prairie.
yeah, it is.
You want me to bring up Cult again?
You talk about Handmaid's. Hey, how about Handmaid's Tale?
Yes, thank you. Like
Okay,
just because
if
the
you haven't
series
watched
is
the
popular,
series,
just because the series is popular on Hulu doesn't mean we need to dress like it.
right? Nobody wants to dress like that. We don't want to be stuck in a situation
Wear
like
it
that.
at the
But
next
this is a whole nother. It
We
is a whole
gotta
nother time.
see
I
it
need to
now.
have you
With
back
your
on the
red
morning show,
jacket.
Yes.
Michelle.
It's going to be a
Oh my
nightmare.
gosh.
Need to have you back on the morning show, and we'll discuss Handmaid's
Girl.
Tale.
I'll
and-
stand in the
Girl.
back in my Pioneer dress.
That's right. And her quilted one.
well, they all
Man.
match in the
No, you
Handmaid's
could be out there
Tale.
going like this.
Yeah,
bad.
it's terrible.
It's terrible. It's
Mm.
terrible. But your Loaf and Dog and Burger Bar are just a few of the examples as to why I've gained 10 pounds in the past year and a half since I've had this area.
Well, you look fabulous. So
Yeah,
just,
right?
just saying.
On an important note,
Yeah.
Michelle is vegetarian.
I'm
So
vegetarian.
I'm feeding her
Yeah.
that
Really?
good
Yeah,
vegetarian
so
food.
I go to the burger bar, and so everybody's probably like, it's just burgers or whatever. And I'm like, dude, they make a dope grilled cheese.
Mhm.
And if I sit there and go, well, it'd be cute if you could add a little more cheese. And oh yeah, you want to throw? Oh, you got avocado and jalapenos too? Sure, but yeah, best ever. But then you go to Loaf and Dog too, and they have veggie burgers and veggie chili and all this
See,
other kind of good stuff
Veggie
too.
dog.
And
That's good to know.
Mhm.
Well, we live our restaurants are so close to the Keene community, and many
Right,
of those
right.
people are religiously vegetarian because they're 7-day Adventists,
Right.
and that's their lifestyle. And so we didn't have vegetarian food.
some
like,
of us are just crazy, and that's just
there's
what
a
we
lot.
are.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you
for
know.
whatever reason. But I mean,
But
still,
a,
such a big
nice,
population.
tasty vegetarian something is great because
Yeah.
I worked for Keene ISD for years.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can tell you.
It's terrible
you
to be an
got-
afterthought if you have dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
It
So
is.
are there
Yeah.
schools vegetarian?
Yes,
Mhm.
actually they are. Even though it is a public school, it was very.
It's how it was found-
Really?
it was how
Yeah.
it was founded. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Learn something new
It was
every day.
actually
Did not know
when
that.
was 20 plus years. There were things that I thought the public school would probably get in trouble for because they adhered to their Seventh-day Adventist stuff. So
No
football.
football.
I created the cheerleading team because they came to me and said we want a cheerleading team for our basketball team. So I had to do. I went to Cleburne, did some research. I wasn't a cheerleader. I was on a drill team. So I actually created the cheerleading team at Keene. That's still strong. And but yes, they were all like, all the kids were like, "Can you help us get a football team?" I said, no, y'all can do that. I
That's a whole
cannot
other
to do
can
that
of
for
worms,
You're
you.
gonna
yeah.
need to teenage
Yeah.
rebellion that
Exactly.
one. I'm
But
a
yeah.
responsible
It's like
adult.
Things
So-
I'm learning about parts of
Yeah.
Johnson
I
County that I did not
absolutely
know.
loved working for Keene
I didn't know
and
this.
loved the people. But yeah, there was a lot of things that
Well, and
I
it's
had to get
different
used
now.
to.
Like a lot of places, we're
is,
not
yeah.
open on Saturday. You couldn't go anywhere on Saturday in Keene, but it's different
Mhm.
now. There are
It
a
is
lot
a
more
little
things
different,
open.
yeah.
Yeah.
Things have shifted.
Well,
but
Isn't that the way it used to be on Sundays?
yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
Same thing.
Sundays,
Yes.
growing up on the East Coast, everything shut down on Sunday.
a lot of things did
Mhm.
here too.
And I mean, you went to church and then you went to the
Mhm.
diner because a diner was always open in New
Mhm.
Jersey. But I mean, you didn't go to the mall. The mall was closed. I mean, nothing was open. So I don't find that part
or
of
it
it
didn't
odd.
open until noon,
Right.
and then it closed
Yeah.
at 5 or
Yeah.
Right,
whatever.
right.
Yeah.
You had like a minimal amount of time to get what you
Mhm.
needed from
Right.
there that you
Right.
forgot to get. So anyway, we massively squirreled on that. But I love it because part of this is getting to know our community better and getting to know all of you better. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Cleburne Chamber of Commerce, go to cleburnchamber.com and you can join through there, or you can reach out to any one of these amazing ambassadors sitting at the table with us. You can search for them on social media, or the list of ambassadors is on the website, and you can connect with them through there as well, right?
Are we?
I don't know.
Your
You know what? I
pictures,
don't know.
we know that your
Oh,
pictures are
yeah,
not
we have
on
little
there.
mugs on
Yeah,
there.
your pictures are not on there.
I did not.
We think your
submit my picture.
We think your
Y'all's
photos
names were on there.
They made me
Yes.
send my picture. I'm sending your
Oh,
picture for
they
you. You're going on an
requested it?
email.
Well,
I
then
did
they
not
need to
send it
update
in.
because they haven't put your pictures
Your
on there.
photos aren't up there.
Oh.
So we would like to see photos of all the
They
ambassadors.
send
I
out
don't
a
know if
wonderful
people
bio
really do
about
wanna
us.
see a picture of
No,
this.
it's
Yes,
fine.
and
Like,
here's
the
why.
name.
They need to
Because
put a picture of the
sometimes
name.
sometimes especially when you're going to a chamber after hours or any type
You need 'em.
of big mix or event, and it's your first time and you're meeting a bunch of different people,
Right.
sometimes it's not the name you remember, but you remember a face.
Definitely.
And so it's easy to go to the website, search for faces and go, that's her name or his name. And that is very, very helpful. It's the same thing too, to make sure that if you are a Cleburne Chamber member or the member of any Chamber of Commerce who offers this type of product, which I think all of them do now, make sure you go in and update your profile.
Mhm.
Because you can add your business logo, you can add a personal photo, links to your websites, to your social. So make sure that you're logging in and utilizing. Again, it's not just showing up in person, but showing up to utilize the tools that are available on the website. And when you do log into your back end, look at me. Have I clearly been in the back end of my chamber?
Definitely.
Just saying. Okay. But you can, there's discounts in there. There's discounts listed with other chamber members. And so you may find a service available in there that you've been looking for with a discount. So other things that you want to do. So make sure that if you are a chamber member that you utilize that back end and, get your money's worth. Speaking of money's worth, when's the next events coming up?
We've got
The
4th of
only
July
thing-
fireworks.
Yeah, the only thing on my mind is 4th of July fireworks at the lake.
Yes.
Huge
Yes.
deal. It wasn't. It came
Ha-
back.
Mhm.
But it's left and it's back.
Yeah.
And that's through the golf course. You
Well,
got to enter through the golf course, right?
You've got a couple of different options, right? Because you've got the areas where people will just go and gather and be like, yeah, I can see it from over here, and it's great, fabulous. But you also have an option where you can go to the chamber office and say, I want one of these $25 tickets.
And it's
You can
25 for the
get-
carload.
It's a
Right,
carload of
right.
up to 8 people, and you get, because I don't know if I'm getting kind of stuffy in my old age, but I'm like, wait, there's an option where I can go and there's, parking
You don't
and
have to
it's
fight
blocked
for
off and the
parking.
craziness and there's all this other stuff going on with food or whatever. And
Music.
I'm in, I'm down. I don't want to have to like fight and walk and, I got to get there at 6 a.m. in order to get a good spot kind of thing. Right. It's too hot for that. But you have this wonderful option that not a lot of people knew either. So
we
by
talked about it
checking-
last night or yesterday on the
by
show.
checking the chamber website, the Facebook page, or if I walk into your business holding flyers and pamphlets, don't be surprised because it's just all about getting that information
Or
out there.
if you're a Cleburne Chamber member, make sure you're
Read
getting the
your
weekly scoop.
emails.
Every
Yes.
week you
Yes.
get an email and it has everything
That's
going on
how we
all the
announced
time.
it yesterday.
Speaking of which, tomorrow night, Thursday, June 30th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. At 206 North Main Street in Cleburne, free admission. It's movie night. It's the Great Train Robbery that they're going to be watching. And you get free popcorn and root beer from Travato Street.
Awesome.
Hello.
Again, another business
win.
that has contributed to
Yes.
my weight issue. But but they have things like ladies' nights there or couples nights, and you do these chocolate and wine pairings. Don't forget your first Thursday events of the month in historic downtown Cleburne.
Yeah,
And
those are fun.
all these businesses stay open a little bit longer. And when it was, do I have a second to kind of squirrel off a sec?
Go for it.
Okay, so about a year and a half ago, we were in a Spectrum sales meeting, and my boss is like, there hasn't been anybody down in in Cleburne in a long time. And would anybody want to have, the Cleburne territory? Well, I used to live in Alvarado. I call it something else. I used to live in Alvarado. And I raised my hand and I'm like, dude, I would love to go down to the JoCo. And he's like, what's a JoCo? And I go, dude, Johnson County, come on. Because I had moved in probably right around August of 17. Hadn't been down in a while. And I'm like, I'll go check it out. Still have friends in Alvarado. And I have Fort Worth and Benbrook. And I'm like, what's a little truck down Chisholm Trail a little bit longer, a couple days a week? I walked down and went into town, and I seriously stopped my car, called my kids and went, y'all, remember how there used to be like Taco Bueno that we would come down to? It's not there anymore. And then I go into town and I go, holy crap, like down in the square.
Are you talking about Alvarado?
No, I'm talking about in Cleburne.
Cleburne.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I go around the square and I stop the car, call my kids and go, okay, remember how we used to be like, Cleburne? We just pass through it, like to get to the movie theater, or that's just something you pass through to get to Glen Rose or to Granbury or something. There's nothing down there. Like it's Cleburne, Kentucky, right? Totally not that way anymore. Because for years we had been saying, for a courthouse and all these law offices, there's no coffee shop, or why doesn't somebody have a restaurant? And now you go down there, a coffee shop, restaurants galore, obviously, and they're still growing. All these antique shops, and it's different types of food too, because you've got the Garden of Eating, you've got a gelato place opening up, you have got, like we said, the hot dogs and hamburgers and the Travato Street.
And what's the Wheel and Waffles place that you
food
just
truck?
have?
Yeah,
it's a
food truck.
Okay.
Yeah, like the look for
Need to know
them.
about.
And Jimmy's down
Yeah,
there.
and Jimmy's exactly, and
I
just
won
all
the
these different
Jimmy's.
places.
And you have great entertainment at the plaza.
Songbird Live.
I mean,
and you've
that
got,
is very popular.
there's so much stuff that I'm going, okay.
I won the dinner package for Jimmy's. I haven't used it yet.
You should.
I'm looking
you
forward
really
to
need
it.
to. You really need
Well,
to.
I have to call and find out how I'm supposed to redeem that, along with the kayaking thing, because I haven't figured that out.
Well, he's paired up with Mom's Kitchen.
Well, I just got to
And
do it.
Yeah,
I did
you
it.
really do. But I mean, all these different really cool things that I actually feel blessed that I get to be the person for the Spectrum business in Cleburne.
That's
I really do.
awesome.
And so when I go around visiting all these businesses, I'm all excited because at the same time I go in somewhere and I go, hey, did you know about this place? They could probably really help you with this. Or did you know about this? And and it's just awesome.
All right, less than a minute, and I love that you.
Oh, no,
brought
I'm
up,
all done.
No, I love that you brought up the square too, because Friday, July 1st, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Wright Plaza, 115 South Main Street in Cleburne, you have the wine tasting from local wineries, live music, vendors, and the Wright Grill will be open. This event's taking place outside on the plaza, and then Friday, Cleburne Railroaders are playing they're playing Sioux Falls, so don't forget about Friday fireworks every Friday. There's always something really cool going on the Cleburne Railroaders. That is our Johnson County baseball team, people. Get out there and support them. And then I know there's more going on over the weekend, which we'll share about that tomorrow. I appreciate each one of you joining us here at the table
Thank
today.
you for
Hope
having
to have
us.
you
I
back
love going to
soon.
the Cleburne events.
Yes.
It's really, y'all really have done a great job.
Get connected, stay connected, and we'll see you back here next week. Have a great time.
Sorry.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, JoCo Community Radio.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartAirs. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325